No.
Hey, welcome to the Triangle. David Huffman, Israel Rivera, TJ Hopkins. So we want to wish everyone a very happy Halloween.
And safe Halloween.
Yeah, safe Halloween and happy. I don't know if anybody are doing anything, dressing up as anything, but if you guys are, be safe out there and have a lot of fun. First thing we're going to say is we want to send our condolences out to the Minnesota Timberwolves franchise and to Flip Saunder's family. It's really sad that he's passed away. Like, everybody thought he was going to survive, and then all of a sudden he was just gone. So we send our condolences out to his family and the Timberwolves and all their players and anybody associated with that franchise. It's just really sad. Like, he built that franchise, like, put all those players around him, like, to be up and coming and, like, put it together, and now he's not going to be able to see it. Just, I don't know. Yes.
He lived a good life. He was in that, he did what he did. He was an NBA coach, a basketball coach. That was his passion.
He was an innovative offensive mind.
He was, half his life he devoted it to basketball.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like,
he played with Michael Thompson.
Yeah,
I mean, like, my condolences to his family.
It was like when you hear somebody like a Flip Saunders get diagnosed with cancer, like, you want them to pull through.
Right. Because it can happen to anybody.
It can happen to anybody, but when you hear that, when you hear reports that, like, his body wasn't accepting the treatment, it's like, oh man, like, you don't want to feel you don't want to accept the worst, but it's.
And, like, they were so slow about, like, trickling in information. Like, they kept saying that his cancer was, like, gonna be curable and treatable, and then all of a sudden he was just over. Like, it's just sad.
Before we get into the show, another shout out to the family of Jerry Kill, former NIU head coach, who was forced to resign his head coaching job at the University of Minnesota due to his own personal health issues. So, Coach Kill, get better.
Yeah.
Get soon.
God bless.
God bless. I hope we see you on somebody's sideline.
One of the best mid-major coaches ever.
Like, for real, like, I hope we see you on the sideline. Someone else's sideline another day, but
he did wonders at SIU. He
came here and did a good job here.
He rebuilt the program here at NIU, and then he rebuilt the program at Minnesota. Essentially. So he was like the guy, the building block. I want to say like the Scott Skiles of college football.
Yeah,
that's what Scott Skiles does in the NBA. That's what he's going to do to Orlando Magic this year.
I think so. I think that he's going to build them up into a playoff team, and he's going to get fired.
Yeah, just like he did with the Bulls.
at Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So we're going to segue right into college football, a little college football conversation. We're going to start with Utah losing to the Steve Sarkisian-less USC Trojans. And after they have turmoil over there at USC, they beat Utah.
I think, if I get this left, if I'm not mistaken, Utah was ranked fourth.
Yeah, they were fourth in the country.
Going into this game.
And they beat a lot of really good teams. They beat ASU, I think, and they beat Cal.
I mean, like, they beat Michigan the first game of the season.
And they straight
we didn't really know.
Dominated Oregon.
Yeah.
What Utah did to Oregon was, like, unheard of. But it's like all Utah had to do was win out, and they secured at least that 4th seed for the college football playoff.
Yeah, right now, they would have had to meet Stanford in the Pac-12 championship.
They probably would have beat
Stanford. Probably would have lost to Stanford.
Man, Stanford
is one of the best teams in the nation.
Kevin Hogan.
They are one of the best teams in the nation.
Okay, but they wouldn't have beat Utah.
Yeah, I think so.
I still don't think they can beat Utah.
But they're still going to play each other.
They're still probably
they're still probably going to play each other. Pac-12 is way down.
Yeah, Stanford is the real deal. After they lost to Northwestern, they really ramped
their
up.
Their defense looks like
both
better.
sides of the ball. They're looking really incredible.
Kevin Hogan has bounced back from his terrible game against Northwestern. He's been playing a lot better. He's been looking like the NFL prospect that people talk about.
He's still a 4th round pick.
Yeah, all right. He's a 4th round pick.
I don't know, man. After what he's done,
he's not a first 3.
He's not a 1st round pick.
I think. I don't think any quarterback this year is going to get picked in the 1st round.
Okay.
I don't think any.
I would have to disagree with you because there are always teams that reach.
Who is their franchise quarterback out? Jared
No,
Goff?
I'm not even talking about that. I think there are teams that will reach because it always happens every season. Teams will reach for a quarterback because they need one. The Houston Texans have got to get one. They got to get one. They got to get somebody who can play.
I think the best quarterback that right now in college football, like with the most potential right now, what I see, he's not even draft eligible. It's Josh Rosen at UCLA.
I disagree with that.
I agree 100% with what I'm saying. Like right now, I think
Connor Cook.
I think Connor Cook.
Connor Cook, no. I don't think so. That's your opinion? Not my opinion.
I don't have an opinion. I think all the quarterbacks right now stink in the college football.
I think Connor Cook isn't.
Anything we're gonna be anything
I don't
special.
think his ceiling is Josh McCown, bro.
I don't think there are any. I don't think there are any. There's no Andrew Lucks playing in college football right now.
There's no franchise changers right now. Trayvon Boykin's not even gonna get picked in the first round with all the ridiculous numbers he puts up.
Yeah, because he plays in the spread offense, and nobody takes that shit seriously in the NFL.
I know.
So
I don't think they're ever gonna take it seriously.
Iowa ranked number 10 in the country.
Nobody even knows who's on Iowa.
I have no idea.
Who's on Iowa? Nobody's been watching. They're the secret of the nation.
I have no idea.
But they're the quietest undefeated team.
If I'm not mistaken, they have their defense is like.
Yeah,
but their defense has always been like that's been their calling.
Like their top, if I'm not mistaken, their defense is at least top 10 in the country. Like I forgot what game they were playing, but like the crazy stat, I think they were playing like Nebraska or somebody. The crazy stat was like at that point in the season, Iowa's defense had not given up one rushing touchdown. I don't even know what point this it wasn't early, but it wasn't late. It had to be like smack dead in the middle. But either way, like your defense has not given up one rushing touchdown. This is like in the red zone,
especially in the Big Ten.
In the Big Ten, like the
power offenses.
Like the Big Ten is known for like you said, power offenses and power running backs.
Also Iowa hasn't played. They haven't played Michigan. They haven't played Michigan State. They haven't played Ohio State. Like they haven't played the upper echelon. Yeah, they haven't played like the people that matter. Like they haven't played anybody that matters in the Big Ten yet. Like they haven't played anybody that matters. So we'll see what happens when they play somebody that's actually legitimate.
I mean, like legit, like they're number 10. This is like the quietest ranked number 10 team
I think it's because nobody believes in them because they haven't played anybody yet. They haven't played anybody. They haven't played anybody. And when they start playing some people, they're gonna get a whooping.
Like don't get me wrong. Like Iowa's 7-0. The next team we're going to talk about, Temple, they're 7-0, and Temple's getting way more recognition than Iowa is.
But Temple's ranked a lot lower than Temple's like 21st in the country. They're in the 20s. They're like in the 20s. So Temple is undefeated too.
Well, Pitt lost tonight to North Carolina, so Temple's ranking just going to go up maybe 1 or 2 spots because Pitt was ranked 23rd.
So we'll talk about that now. Temple and Notre Dame are playing against each other. Who do you like and why?
I'm gonna go with Temple because
I'm gonna take Temple too. That defense.
Is like
wow. You guys are gonna take Temple?
And I've never been I'm kind of a Notre Dame hater, so I'm gonna let
I am
my own
not a Notre Dame hater. I am not a Notre Dame hater. I'm just going by what
I don't like the Golden Domers. I'm
not on paper, Temple's the better team. Like I'm gonna have to go with Temple.
You think Notre Dame
I'm a big Notre Dame fan for FYI, right? Okay,
respect.
But at the same time, man, I mean, Notre Dame is they're gonna outclass Temple. This isn't Penn State. They're gonna outclass Temple. They're gonna outclass.
What do you mean by outclass?
Temple is a B right now, and Notre Dame is gonna A+.
Why? Because Notre Dame is Notre Dame.
No, because Notre Dame has
better
all type of talent all over defensive side of football.
And Temple don't. You mean
Temple does, but I mean, come on.
You were comparing
you basically got
the recruits.
Those guys on Temple were like 3- and 4-star recruits, and they had to work hard to get where they're at. Those guys from Notre Dame are all 5-star recruits. They still work hard to get where they're at, and they're still more talented than Temple. They're gonna beat Temple. They're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster.
Sometimes 3- and 4-star recruits are better than 5-star
But this is the exact
recruits.
conversation we had when NIU was going up against Ohio State, and we almost beat them. So we had this exact same conversation about
sometimes 3- and 4-star recruits are better than 5-star.
They got those chip on the shoulder. They they got something to play for. They got that fire.
Like it's not a 3-star. It's not a 3-star, 4-star recruits that his high school is not up to par with a guy that goes to an up to par high school.
And it's not to mention when they're on the field, it's not like they have like stars.
Right, it doesn't say. It doesn't say.
It doesn't say on the uniform like I'm a 3-star recruit. Like
I was a 3-star recruit. No man, like let me get these 3 stars right here.
They should.
Let me get these 5 stars going down.
No, I mean, and rightfully so. You guys should say, 5-star recruits. Sometimes they don't always work out.
I guarantee.
But you're looking at this Notre Dame team. I mean, you're talking about. The only loss was to a really good Clemson team without their originally starting quarterback, and they almost beat that Clemson team. They almost beat them. If they would have limited half their turnovers in the red zone, they would have
That
beat
game was
Clemson.
that game wasn't really
They
close.
they would have
It
beat
wasn't
Clemson.
really
It was
close.
really close. It was close to the end. What are you talking about?
They
Who,
won by like two.
whose
They won
game
by-
are you? What
they
game
won by
are you
like
guys
two-
watching?
They won by like 2 touchdowns.
No, they won by 1 touchdown. They won by less than a touchdown, I
I'm
believe.
going Temple.
Who you got, dude?
I'm
Notre
going
Dame?
Temple.
I'm going Notre Dame.
I'm taking Temple.
I'm going Temple.
We'll see what happens.
That,
gotta
that
go.
Clemson game was very close. I don't know what game
No,
you guys were
they
watching.
were down by 2 touchdowns. They scored
then they
another
came
touchdown.
back.
They scored another
And they
touchdown.
had
They
a
needed to
chance
get
to
the
win the
onside
game.
kick, but then they didn't get the onside
They
kick.
had a chance to win the game. As long as if you have a chance to win the game.
Oh, okay. This coming from a Packer fan. Like, you guys, all right, you guys will always have a chance to win the games. All right, we're going to go switch over to the NBA, and we're going to talk a little bit of trends that we've seen from the last 2 days of action. Anything you've seen that you liked, anything you saw that you didn't like, and
Well, I'm
a
sorry.
little bit of decline of LeBron, a little bit.
I'm gonna say something that I see that I not necessarily don't like, but I am indifferent about. I
You like
am
that?
I am indifferent about the decline of the back to the basket center.
It's a new NBA.
I'm telling you, that,
but I
that
kinda-
style of basketball is done.
I kind of, but like it's
Like,
like,
'cause of the
it's,
way
but
all
it's
these
sad to
offenses just-
see.
yeah.
It's sad to see. Like we are never like. It's sad to say that Dwight Howard and
He's not a back to the
It's a
basket
point
guy.
guard league.
but like he's not a stretch center either. Like he's
Yeah.
not that.
But I think
It's,
for-
but it's sad to say like Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre
and,
Jordan's not a back to the
I-
basket.
Centers like
Dude, DeAndre Jordan's not a back to the basket guy either.
no,
Like,
no.
he's-
I mean, they're athletic. See, that's the thing that you're like forgetting that Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan, they're real athletic guys, so they could still thrive in these up and down systems. That are, guys
That's
like
like Lob City.
guys like Roy Hibbert now. Those are the guys that are exiting the league. They have no place in this league.
It's
Real
like-
slow, back to the basket centers. Like those guys are not.
But
in
it's
the
like
league
when you're
anymore.
not athletic, when you're not that athletic, like when you can't be that athletic center anymore because like father time is undefeated. You're gonna have to have some type of back to the basket. And Dwight Howard you say Dwight Howard is not a back to the basket center. I say he is because like you can still throw the ball down to him and he can still go to work. Like it's
He
like,
has a right hook, a left.
he
hook.
has a right hook,
he's
he
got-
has a
yeah,
left
but
hook. He's working like he's
it's
working
not his
on
go-to
it.
stuff.
It's-
Like it's not like it's not his bread and butter. Like
His bread and butter is like the
Alley-oops.
alley-oops.
Lob dunks.
The
But
alley-oops.
it's like
but it's
DeAndre
like-
Jordan, but
or the tip dunk.
But he has more of an offensive game than DeAndre Jordan does.
Oh yeah, definitely,
but-
definitely
but,
he does.
Man,
Yes.
DeAndre Jordan better come up with some kind of game if they're gonna give him all that kind of money. He better come up with
Yeah.
something besides being able to dunk.
being
But
not
it's-
able to dunk, lead the league
Yeah.
in dunks and
Yeah.
rebounding.
But it's
Yeah.
like-
Like, being able
So,
to
but
lob
it's like-
up.
it's
Because
like-
Chris Paul's not gonna be able to play forever.
Exactly. So it's like I say Dwight Howard's a back to the basket
Okay,
guy.
all right, it's debatable, but
What's stood
Andre
out?
Drummond's offensively challenged, but he can be like he's a rebounding like he's one of the best rebounders in the NBA. Like his first game in the NBA, like his first game last what was it, last night, 2 nights ago? It doesn't matter. He got 19 rebounds. So
I think the center.
Andre Drummond has no offensive game besides dunking.
Yeah, I
just
yeah.
don't think he's got it. Like
That's
I
what
think
I'm
he
saying.
might
Those are the
develop
type
it.
of guys. Those are the type of prehistoric kind
but
of.
it's like we're seeing the
centers
last.
you're
But
gonna
Andre Drummond
see.
is really athletic.
I know that's what I'm saying.
But it's
Those
like-
are the type of like guys you're gonna see without posting up.
Yeah, but
shooting,
it's like,
and, guys
but
that
it's
can dunk.
like Roy Hibbert, Dwight Howard. I don't count Al Horford as a center, but since he plays that center position,
But
He's
he's
a
got
power
a
forward
jump
playing
shot.
center.
he has a jump shot, but he also has a back to the basket.
Exactly,
game.
and that's what my next point was.
But it's like these are the last of a dying breed. Like pretty soon, 10 years down the line, it
No,
won't
I
be.
think we'll always have like those like here and there those guys.
I mean, look at Jaleel Okafor.
Jaleel Okafor is like
He's
the
the
perfect example.
prototypical.
He's
And
got
he's
the-
gonna
he's got
thrive
the-
in
he's got
that
the moves,
system.
he's got
He
the
had
footwork,
26
and he got
and 12,
he had a really good
I
game.
mean,
his
he's gonna
first
be
game.
on a losing. He's gonna be on a losing.
But yeah,
team
he
for
can
like
throw
the
it
next
down.
4
He can
years,
throw it down to
but-
Jaleel Okafor in the block. And
Go to
Julius
work.
Randle. Julius Randle's kind of the same
Yeah.
guy. Like he's gonna be in the block, fighting for position.
doing his little hop step to the middle
Yeah.
and floating to the,
I mean, so it's not. It's okay. So it's not the last of a dying breed. I just wish we saw.
I
more.
would agree with you.
I
that-
wish we saw more of that instead of.
But it's not entertaining basketball. Is the reason why it's being kind of phased out.
Yeah.
It's not entertaining to throw it down to a center and let them back it down into
But
the
it's-
block.
I mean, and even
like do it like one.
Even a lot of those guys, even back in the 80s and 90s, right? I'll tell you right now, when when they got to the later stages of their career, after banging in the post so much, they had to develop an outside game. A little mid-range jump shot
Like
because
with
they just
guys.
can't.
But like
they
I,
couldn't keep
I
banging.
understand
Patrick
that.
Ewing.
I understand that in
He
the
developed
latter.
his shot
I
middle of
understand
his
that in
career.
the latter part of your career, but early on, it's like.
Early on, because it's a different game. They're teaching these guys. These guys are in high school playing point guard. Like Anthony Davis.
Highlights, like people want to be on highlights. It's not like people want to create highlights in the NBA, and you're not going to be on very many highlight reels if you're just backing people down to the block.
I'm just saying there are many highlights of Shaquille O'Neal.
That's what he's thinking about. Shaquille O'Neal back to the back,
backing people down and then turning and dunking on.
Nobody's man. He's probably the only guy that's done that in the last 40, 50 years.
Shaquille O'Neal was like a different, like he wasn't built like other human beings.
You can't go back 40, 50 years and not say the name Wilt Chamberlain. Like Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain. I mean, but he wasn't like as he was dominant, but he wasn't like phically. Like superly
back then, yes he was.
He averaged 50 points a game.
Was. I know that, but I mean he wasn't backing people down and dunking on them like he was crazy. He was like reaching over them.
But Shaq
was so tall.
But Shaq was doing this when he first got into the league, when he was slim, and especially when he jumped up to like 330. And
but then, nobody back then was like a Wilt Chamberlain though.
Oh yeah, he
was a one of a kind specimen
until he went up against Bill Russell.
Yeah, he got dealt with.
But look at all the players that Bill Russell had on his team, though. All of those guys are just freaking.
But all of them aren't. But none of them were Bill Russell, though.
Yeah, but you're only saying that because he went to one-on-one with Wilt in those situations.
But that's what you think, like that.
And Wilt still got the better of him a lot.
A couple times.
Because
I think Wilt Chamberlain actually averaged more points per game than Bill Russell in those series.
Yeah, he did. He averaged more points.
I'm looking at Sanders, and it's like DeMarcus Cousins, like he's
not going to be doing that all season.
Those
3-point shots, like George Karl is going to.
But it's like that's the problem though. Like DeMarcus, like you're 6'10", 6'11", like on the block, you could be a monster if he like.
He already is, man.
Like he already is. He's just like he's so immature, it's ridiculous.
Dude, when he picked up that 6th foul, like
it's like he's the type of dude that like fouls someone and then looks to the ref like what? Like
no. Okay, so I don't know if you guys watched the game. They had it on Elite Pass, which was free until the third.
I don't get Elite Pass.
So they had it, and it was like the last possession. The game was over. He had 5 fouls, so he like tripped Austin Rivers to pick up his 6th foul, and Austin Rivers was limping up around the court. I'm like, oh, man, DeMarcus Cousins.
Did Austin Rivers? Was that at the point where he threw the cushion?
The seat cushion. You know how much he got fined for that?
$25,000.
No, yeah, he tripped Austin Rivers, and Austin Rivers.
That's a dinner for him.
Man, DeMarcus Cousins,
that's like a week.
You just gotta figure it out. Like
that's for a regular.
That's a week
of dinner for. No, that's like a dinner for like an NBA big balling person. $25,000? Come on. Have you ever seen Broke? Some of those guys are spending like $100,000.
$25,000.
Yeah, some guys that Broke, they weren't even making crazy contracts.
Feed me for the rest of my life.
Dude, $25,000. These guys will drop $25,000 on a meal.
But that's besides the point. Like you said, like he's not gonna do that all season. I feel like George Karl's like, dude, you're not a 3-point shooter. Get your big on the block and go to work. Granted, he did go for. The problem
is he got both those guys. Rondo, they got both those guys, those knuckleheads. Like, oh man, like I love Rondo to death too, but he can't play at all anymore. Like you watch him play, he just looks like a shell of himself. He's not a great defender anymore. He can't like do the stuff that he used to do. Like he
doesn't care anymore.
He's not an NBA player anymore.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
I'm wearing his jersey.
He's wearing his jersey. He doesn't care. He doesn't have the passion to play the position anymore. He's borderline Andrew Bynum right now.
Me personally, at least he's not playing with his hair.
Me personally, I feel like that's the worst insult you could say to a pro athlete everywhere. Like to say an athlete has
no passion.
Dude, you watch him play. You watch him play, man. It doesn't.
I believe probably in Rondo's head, I've done everything that I need to do in the game basketball. I won an NBA championship.
I did everything. I did more than people anticipated.
I was going to do coming out of college.
Yeah.
I made multiple All-Star games.
I was arguably
one of the best point guards in the league for like 5 to 6 years. He's done everything that you pretty much. Right now you're just basically chasing rings that point guards have. You're chasing Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson for rings.
I honestly believe like before Westbrook there was Rondo, because Rondo could get a triple-double.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah,
he was incredible. Like in playoff series, like in those playoff series when he was on Boston, like man, he was single-handedly won a lot of those series for the Celtics. Like he was like their most important player.
It's like legit. Like the emergence of MVP Derrick Rose and Westbrook like kind of not even
No.
nonchalantly
Not even. No,
pushed
this
Rondo
has
out the
happened the
way.
last 2 seasons. Like since he tore up his knee, like he hasn't been the same guy.
No, not
Like
at all.
he doesn't look like the same guy. He doesn't have that athletic. Like he used to be like freakish athletic. That's why he was able to make up for the fact that he had no jump shot and he couldn't shoot free throws and like he couldn't do a lot of other things in the court. But he was so freakish athletic that he made it work. Because he just found a way to make it where he had like these crazy passes and like he had the vision that was unbelievable.
Also since
and he's not playing with 2 Hall of Famers
I
anymore.
think right, exactly.
Nah.
I think
That's
Rajon
what it
Rondo
is.
is exactly. That's what
That's
I was
what
gonna
it
get.
is.
Rajon Rondo, he's not a leader. He's not a leader. You know,
Yeah.
he's more of a less a follower. And you take away, you know, ever
KG.
since KG and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, all of those guys kind of
think
left them
KG.
one by one by
KG.
Paul
one.
Pierce.
I think
Definitely.
one by one
No,
when they left,
it was definitely
you started to see the decline in his character and his passion of the game.
It was definitely Paul Pierce that pulled him to the side. Like, man, like you
But-
are.
but
you,
KG is
but,
like-
but Paul
K-
Pierce, Paul Pierce talked to Rondo personally.
But KG's
like,
been like a career of talking to people.
Yeah.
okay, talking to people, but it's like it's one thing for someone like a Paul Pierce who was with Boston from day one.
Yeah.
Who was there in Boston when Rondo got there.
Mm-hmm.
And when they got that team together, it was like, hey, man, like, don't count yourself out. You are a part of this just as much as we are. We don't do this without you. And I honestly believe, like, that 08 championship, they don't do that without Rondo.
And he also said that Kendrick Perkins, Rondo and
Yeah,
Kendrick
yeah,
Perkins,
like,
everyone.
they had like a brother
Yeah, they
relationship
were
because
like-
one, it's like these two dudes are like in the NBA. No one likes them, and they don't care.
No, Rondo and Kendrick Perkins were actually really good friends before they traded Kendrick Perkins to Oklahoma City, and I guess that trade kind of had an impact on Rondo because he wasn't really the same guy
like,
afterwards.
His big brother was gone. So.
Yeah.
What,
All right, so DeMarcus Cousins, after the game, he's talking about he hates the Clippers.
With
Do you
passion.
feel like the NBA has gotten almost too brotherly love?
Yes.
In the late recent years, like you
Yes.
got LeBron,
Yes.
knucking
With-
Paul George in the playoffs. Like, why you guys are still competing for like a trip to the NBA Finals?
Yes.
You're like, yo, Paul George, and like, you think the NBA has got too lovey-dovey?
Yes. I'm all for like, you know, having friends and whatnot, but it's like what DeMarcus Cousins said was like when he I saw the interview, like he dead faced looked at the reporter. The reporter was like, man, how do you feel about the Clippers? Like, honestly, man, I hate him. I hate him.
I want
them.
to take this part with like a little bit of grain of salt though, because DeMarcus Cousins.
Don't like nobody.
He's not like every other player in the like. He doesn't like anybody. He
don't
doesn't
like
even seem like he
nobody.
likes his own teammates.
He don't like
He doesn't like
nobody.
his coach. He doesn't like the GM. He doesn't like being in Sacramento.
But it's, but it's like I kind of feel like the whole
You jealous because he ain't them? Like
you just hate me because you ain't me.
Rondo 4.7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Wow, that's.
But it's
sad.
like
he only played like 25
But it's
minutes.
like the whole LeBron James inviting everybody to train with him. I'm like,
Man,
I don't like that.
Never
I
heard
don't
of
like
Mike
that.
like
Mike-
calling people out and be like, yo,
like,
let's go train.
Mike, legit, like Jordan never called up Magic or Larry. Hey man, y'all want to train together this summer? No, because he's trying to beat them. He was trying to beat them. West.
I think
That's why I think that plays in favor of like LeBron.
I think
That's exactly
it plays
though.
in favor
I
of
think
LeBron.
Team
knows
USA,
what he's doing.
I think
doing
the
that.
Team USA element though has made that
Yeah,
even more
that
because
too.
when because they were taking players out of college until
Yeah, it was an amateur.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then the
before
NBA
professional.
players got in. I think the NBA that bond of Team USA with Coach K, and I think that's bonded all those players together a little bit more than like in the past.
Well, also the why they changed that was because a lot of those European teams they were sending their professional
They were sending their
players,
pros.
Yeah.
their pros
Like
to
you
play
sending like
from their pro league.
Like
No,
you
I'm
sending
not- I'm not-
seasons.
yeah, I know. I'm
college-
just saying that
against college kids.
it could have something to do with why all the players feel like more connected to each other than before.
Like hanging out in the
Yeah,
off-season,
yeah.
playing
Because
the
you know
ball
your
in
team,
the
you're
off-season.
practice
It's
with Team
like-
USA. You're doing all these things because if you're the top players in the league, you're gonna play with each other all summer. Being like for Team USA.
I mean, a lot of these guys are already friends from
Yeah.
basketball playing in the AAU circuit when they're in high school.
But
I mean,
I-
you could blame the AAU for all of that.
But I think like when you watch the players on the court though, you can tell that there's like some disdain for the numbers for the names on the front of their like yeah, they might have some stuff going on with the names on the back, but the stuff on the front is totally different. Like,
so you could say like you pretty much saying like a player might have a certain an amount of animosity towards a certain team rather than a player.
Yeah,
on that team.
I think because of that, like they take away that player, like we were friends, but like you don't look at the name on the back. It's more about the player on the team on the front.
Because
you're playing the Spurs. You're not playing him individually.
Like, but I can name a couple players that's gonna hate a player no matter what team he on. Like KG. KG is not gonna like Dwight Howard no matter what team Dwight Howard.
Kobe's not gonna like Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard does. Nobody likes Dwight Howard. All right?
Like
Dwight Howard's not a fan favorite anywhere he goes. Like he's not gonna be. He's getting booed like everywhere he goes. He goes to Orlando, he's getting booed. He goes to LA, he's getting booed.
I mean, speaking of that, going back to my AAU thing, I mean, a lot of those guys like a Derrick Rose and a Eric Gordon in high school used to play on the same AAU team. Dwight Howard and Josh Smith used to play on the same AAU team.
But they'll never play together. But they will never play on the same team ever again.
I mean,
like
in Houston, they were pretty good.
That
though,
Houston thing was
together,
that wasn't.
But
I mean, that's just a microcosm.
But you can
of
see
the
like
league.
the animosity between like
Some
certain teams. You
Certain
can
players
feel
and
like
certain
that animosity between certain teams.
Like
when
Russell
they play-
Westbrook
like Golden
and-
State and the Clippers.
Yeah.
And like when the Bulls play anybody pretty much in the Eastern Conference, you can feel that tension between the two teams. Like they don't like each other.
Why do teams hate the Bulls?
Because of
man?
Joakim Noah. It's because of Joakim Noah.
Any team that LeBron James
And
is
because
on,
we
the
won 6
Bulls
rings.
And
we won 6
any
rings
team
in a row.
LeBron James is on, everybody in the East
I think we
hates.
pretty much, these are the Bulls' biggest rivals, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James.
But it's not Dwayne Wade because we've gotten past Dwayne Wade before.
Yeah,
I know,
because
but
he's
still,
from
he's
Chicago.
still
Like
our
he's from
rival.
Chicago. Like he's from like our home. He's from our
killed us
backyard.
by himself, you know. And then like he spurned us a couple times. He's been in free agency a couple times. He's had chances to come
Why would
over
you want to
here.
leave South Beach though? Like, don't get me wrong.
Man,
Like,
if we
come
had
on, like,
had
you
Dwayne
started-
Wade,
like,
if he hadn't done the big three and he had come and played with us,
We
man, our
pro-
starting lineup would have been.
That would there's no Jimmy Butler in Chicago probably.
He plays
but
small forward. You trade with Luol Deng like they already did. You have Jimmy Butler play the 3. You have Dwayne Wade play the 2,
Maybe.
or vice versa.
vice versa. Nah.
Whatever. We'll figure it out. I mean, if Dwayne Wade had been here, we could have done all kinds
We
of
could have
things.
did something crazy, true, but like I don't know. If the way Thibodeau probably would have played them, he probably would have been retired
Career
by
over
now.
right now.
But
No, but you can feel that hate, like when the Clippers and the Warriors play each other.
I feel
you
like
can
that-
tell those two
like,
teams
I
do
feel
not
like
like each other.
Like Memphis
Memphis
and the Spurs.
Yeah,
like, I
They
feel
hate
like
each
that
other
is
as
like
well.
the
Zach,
Rockets and the Spurs.
like Zach Randolph. Like no one likes Zach Randolph. Like Zach Randolph is like low key
Black hole.
Like low key Zach Randolph might be the most hated person in the NBA.
I think
like,
that's a very underrated rivalry, though, San Antonio Memphis, because
Man,
just
Memphis
because
is-
in playoffs
But
they
San
bounce
Antonio-
each other out the playoffs
San Antonio is-
year after year. Sometimes, like back to back years. Remember Memphis bounced them
Yeah.
out, and San Antonio bounced them out.
Yeah,
then
but like San Antonio's like, yeah, we got our championship, but Memphis is like, we don't care if we don't win as long as we knock you out.
Exactly. Every time
As
they
long
go
as we
against San
knock
Antonio,
you
they
out.
play their best.
Like, as long as we knock you out, we're good. Like our season was great. You're not gonna win the championship, and it's because of us.
But I think you can like I don't think the NBA has gotten too lovey-dovey. But the problem is like ever since the Malice and the Palace, like but they've been like super on top of things. Like they don't want people fighting in the NBA. Like that really hurt the image
that
of the
sucks.
league.
That
Like
sucks.
it took
'Cause, like,
a long time for the
They
NBA to
fought the
recover.
fans, though. That was they didn't.
Like, that's
fight
the
each other.
difference.
Yeah,
It's like,
they did.
They weren't-
they fought
weren't-
each other. They fought
They,
each other.
they,
They fought-
weren't. They
the
weren't
only
like
reason
throwing
they got
bows like
involved-
they were at the fans.
But
though,
it's
like
like,
Ron
but it's
Artest
like,
and
but it's
Steven
like,
Jackson.
it's not the fact that they were like the NBA. Like it's not the fact that the NBA was mad that they were fighting each other. It's the fact that
It spilled out into the stands.
it spilled out into the fans, and like the rest of the league has to suffer at what happened because of one or two players of what they did to the fans, like because of Ron Artest and Steven Jackson mouth shot in the
Yeah,
fans.
but you can say the same thing about the NFL with all the rules that they make. Like they make rules because one person messes up. Like one person messes up and they have to make a rule. And the NBA, they lost so much money because of the Malice in the Palace. Like they had to regain their whole image because of that instance. Like they're just now recovering over the last like couple seasons. Like they're just now recovering their image. Because
Like
the NBA was way down.
Like me personally, I kind of wish like the NBA now was
They
like
started
how it
changing
was.
the dress
Like
code.
that was Allen Iverson who
I
did
know
that.
because he's wearing all the big.
Like
chains
Allen
and
Iverson
hats.
shows up to his MVP press conference with a do-rag on,
Exactly.
ice in his ears, a chain on.
But I
like,
mean, you could
but
say
that's
that
Allen
they changed
Iverson,
it.
though.
They were
like,
still doing that around the Malice of the Palace time.
Like,
they were
that
still
was-
dressing like that. After that, they started dressing the dress code. Got to dress more professionally. Got to act more professionally.
But it's like me personally, I kind of wish the NBA,
Talk to
like
the
the
media.
game was played like how it was like in the early '90s, as opposed to like because it's like
I do agree with you with the technicals. I think they're absurd with the technicals.
It's like because it's like
if you react to anything, like you think there's a bad call and you react a technical foul.
Yeah, that Derrick Rose, how Derrick Rose is like, what? technical.
Like if you
He didn't
can't,
even
you
say
can't show
anything.
any emotion at all on the
Yeah,
court
it's
anymore.
Well,
I
that
think
game
it's
against Cleveland when
absurd.
J.R. Smith got a
Yeah.
His reaction was like so late to the foul. It was like
Like he was just like mad at himself. Like,
He
he
was
just
like,
like,
oh my God,
like,
like,
Yeah,
pick
against
him
the
up and
Bulls,
tee him
yeah.
up.
And teed them up for that. Yep. I mean, what are you supposed to like do? You
Like,
expect
what
these guys to be like robots?
Yeah, like,
Like
how do
squeaky
no emotion.
clean, like-
Yeah, no emotion. Yeah, that's
it
ridiculous.
just bothers me. All right, so anything else you guys want to talk
No,
about? with the NBA?
what surprised you guys yesterday? Like, what
Man,
performance?
Anthony Davis is taking way too many jump shots.
Way
and
too many jump
he's not
shots?
like he's scoring a lot of points, but he's not shooting a good percentage.
Nah.
And if he wasn't Anthony
mean, it's
Davis,
still, like, but
if
it's
he
still
if he wasn't Anthony Davis, that he would have the red light on
Me,
like, for his shooting the shit.
one thing that surprised me is like this was brought up earlier, like back in the off season when I don't know who said it, but someone's like I think the Clippers said that the Golden State winning their championship was luck, and it's like I'm like that's not luck.
Man.
the Clippers have been in so much news this
Like that's not luck.
It's
like,
pretty ridiculous.
Which like and that reacted to, like that caused Steph Curry to come out like I'm sorry for us being healthy. I'm sorry for me and Clay being the best shooting duo you will ever see in the league.
40.
I'm sorry
points.
I'm sorry for Stevie Kerr being like winning the championship his first year coaching, like his first year coaching ever. Like it led to this mock apology. Then it leads to 40 points on opening night. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I honestly
Dude,
thought
he's on when he the thing that makes Golden State so special is the fact that they almost the floodgates can just you could be the game can
Anybody.
be sort of close, like you could kind of be in it, and then
Like, it
all of
could
a
be-
sudden the floodgates just open
'cause,
and
like, don't get me wrong,
threes are
like,
raining
like-
on you from all over the place.
like,
You don't know
get me
what
wrong,
hit you. All of a sudden you're down by 30.
Like, don't get me wrong. In that Golden State New Orleans game, Golden State came out like emotions are high. Like they came out gunning. New Orleans kind of crept back into it. Like I don't know how close New Orleans got, but
It
then
was never really that close.
it wasn't really that close. But it's they made a couple runs to the point where Golden State had to call a timeout, and then all of a sudden it's like that switch
Yeah.
that goes on, and Steph was like, "I'm gonna show y'all why I'm
The
the
MVP.
MVP."
Yeah.
And I've never seen a team, like a championship team, get, I ain't gonna say bashed, the way that Golden State has. Like,
Yeah.
I've never seen the championship get called luck more than theirs.
They call it a fluke.
Like, they call it a fluke, like, 'cause
they don't
that's-
think you can shoot like that forever, but Golden State can.
Yes.
And I just saw you pull up something. How about Houston getting beat by 30
open-
by the Nuggets or 20?
No,
I know
Howard.
Dwight Howard, but still, you think the Nuggets wanted to come out and show Ty Lawson something? They're like,
Gallo
Yeah.
had 23.
Yeah, but I kind of
Fareed had
but
18.
Dwight Howard's like that whole Dwight Howard that is a huge hole.
yeah, but
that you're missing.
Like
and
you,
that
as
they lost by 20. Like Dwight Howard getting you, he gonna give you between 18 to 25. He gonna
yeah,
grab
who
you.
you taking the points away from then? That's
Ty
like always the
Lawson.
kind of when you ever like he had
Who-
14
like,
points.
Ty Lawson
Whoever
got
played-
outdueled by Emmanuel Mudiay, the
Yeah, a
rookie.
little bit.
But
yeah.
Moutier had 11 turnovers, so I don't see.
I know, but he had 9
I'm not-
assists, 5
I'm-
rebounds, and
but
17 points.
No one cares
for a
about that
rookie.
because they see 11 turnovers.
And they also
I mean,
they,
it
they,
doesn't
they,
matter.
won,
He
they won the game by 20 points.
But he
and,
had
and,
11
and,
He had enough impact
and
in the game to
And Denver's
control
gonna
the game.
allow they're gonna allow Emmanuel Mudiay to just
go.
He's
fly.
a rookie,
Like they
bro.
just you just do whatever you gotta we don't care if you turn it over. You're a developing star.
Right, he's a rookie, man. I mean,
He's gonna turn it over a lot. That's kind of what happens.
Derrick Rose used to turn the ball over a lot too. When he first started.
LeBron back issue. Should Cleveland be some type of worried?
No,
No, I
Not
think
really. He
I
should
think
be okay.
LeBron's gonna be LeBron.
strong enough.
At the end of the day, LeBron is still LeBron.
Here's the thing.
He's not frail like Steve Nash
Well,
and have to sit
But-
on the sideline and
that's-
have a back pad on.
but that's 20 years of Nash.
I think
But, I
LeBron.
mean,
is
Here's the
LeBron's
thing.
been playing.
I think
for a
I think
long
big
time,
picture
too.
maybe down the line, but this season he'll be fine.
Here's the thing.
They'll rest
Like,
him a lot more than they did in seasons before.
After Chicago beat Cleveland opening night,
And they have a better supporting cast now than they did in seasons before. Like they have a legitimate bench where they
How about the
usually
Ricky Rubio performance?
that's crazy.
That was a really good
couldn't
performance.
the shooting. I
couldn't
understood
believe the shooting?
The shooting. Like because
If
you
he
know
could shoot like that all year, he's
The
probably
MVP
be
of
one
the
of the
league.
it'd probably be one of the best point guards.
But here's
because that's what always the thing is. His jump shot's broke as hell.
Yeah.
Like
It is.
super
Like,
broke.
14 assists.
But he's got court vision out the wazoo.
28
like he
points.
he was responsible for I think half of Minnesota's points.
It was,
but they also were playing against the Lakers. So let's take it with a little bit of a grain of salt.
It was like
playing against a rookie.
Back to LeBron. Like, here's the thing. Like, after Cleveland lost to Chicago, like, I watched ESPN the next day, and it's like they gave Cleveland a pass for losing.
I would give them a pass.
Cleveland played like crap.
They didn't have Kyrie Irving. I know they were just kind of getting Kevin Love back into the mix. Like, if they had Kyrie Irving, they probably beat us.
Okay, but how many?
I mean, because
Matthew
Dellavedova, man.
Excuse my language, but how many times have LeBron teams at full strength have played the Bulls when Rose is out, or when Luol Deng was here, he wasn't 100%, or Jimmy Butler wasn't 100%, or Noah wasn't 100%, or when Boozer was here, he wasn't 100%. But the Bulls don't get that pass.
No, they absolutely. The Bulls have been using that excuse for a long time. It's like, oh yeah, we lost to Cleveland by a couple, but we didn't have this guy. We didn't have this guy.
It's like Michael Wilbon keeps recycling his articles year after year.
It's like
the whole Bull season depends on Derrick Rose. That's his article every year for the Bulls.
If Jimmy Butler
keeps recycling them. I mean, he might as well just keep updating the same article. It's ridiculous. It's the same questions for the Bulls.
The Bulls
every year.
Like, they always use the same excuse for why they can't beat the Cavaliers or whatever team LeBron James happens to be on. Like, there's always like, oh, we had this injury. In Cleveland now, they're just using the same excuse. Like, I think Kyrie Irving being out is like a big deal. When you have Matthew Dellavedova playing any legitimate minutes in any game in the NBA, period, you have a problem. Like, he's not an NBA player.
Wow, oh my
goodness. He can't even handle the basketball. Like, you watch him, and Derrick Rose is picking his pocket. Like, you should press him every single time. Pick him up at half court, press him, make him make a mistake. You should not, like, you should have.
But that's like, once again, that's ESPN's fault for like giving Dellavedova all this praise but they didn't have. Are you serious?
But he was playing big time in the playoffs. I mean, sort of big time. He was making moments at times.
Like the D Rose stopper. Those last couple games.
D Rose stopper.
Sort of.
D Rose knees are the D Rose stopper.
Period.
Anyways, okay, so we're gonna transition over to the NFL. So there are 6 undefeated teams. 6. Which will be the last to be undefeated?
Denver.
I'm taking the Patriots. I know I'm a hater. I hate the Patriots, but I
kind of feel like
I think the Jets beat the Patriots later on in the season.
Yeah, but that won't happen until later on.
No
team. I don't think anybody's going undefeated.
I think Denver loses.
I think Buffalo
Sunday.
beats them. I think Buffalo beats New England. I think the Jets beat New England.
Wait.
We're not talking about how many losses they're gonna have. Who's gonna lose first?
You mean to tell me Buffalo's gonna beat New England at New England
with DJ Manuel?
I think they could beat. They could beat New England with that.
They couldn't even beat New England at home.
I know, but I think
Buffalo's crowd is insane.
I think they could beat New England.
If I wouldn't Patriots, I think it might be the Packers.
No, I mean, I'm gonna go. Where's the list of undefeated?
I don't have it. It's Carolina.
It's Carolina.
Cincinnati,
New England, Green Bay, and Denver.
Carolina plays Indy. I mean, the way Indianapolis been sucking it up.
No, never mind.
Yeah, I don't think Carolina loses this week. I think Denver loses this week to Green Bay.
Do you think they're the first to lose?
I think they're the first to lose.
I feel like that could go either way, though.
That could go either way. But
this will obviously be the first team to lose.
Yeah, obviously that'd be
whoever.
The first team.
I think it's gonna be Denver.
I think Denver's gonna lose because
Green Bay's defense has been big time.
It's been good, and Denver's defense has been lackluster.
Denver's defense?
I mean, Denver's offense has been lackluster.
But they had a week to prepare.
I'm sorry, their defense has been pretty good.
Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers, and I still think
he hasn't faced a defense like this at all this season. Like, don't get me wrong, like St. Louis defense is okay, but he torched
the Seahawks.
He played the Seahawks.
Even they
St. Louis.
Oh, but no Cam Chancellor.
Without Cam Chancellor,
like since that really makes that big of a deal.
With all the weapons that Green Bay has, though,
St. Louis defense is like that, past, if you get St. Lilouis past their front seven, their corners are suspect.
Denver's defense is better than St. Louis's.
Yeah,
they got 3 really good corners. They got 2 safeties. They got
4
linebackers. Yeah, they got they're loaded on defense. And Aaron Rodgers hasn't played a defense like this in 3 seasons.
Shane Ray's not
3 seasons.
Shane Ray's not playing for quite some time.
Okay, your points.
I know, but that takes away from one of their pass rushers.
But I still think the Green Bay offense will score more points than the Denver defense against the Packer defense, which has been really underrated and super.
Green Bay will score more points than Denver.
They can rush the passer. They have good corners and they have good linebackers, and that's like
They don't have good linebackers. They have a good linebacker.
And he's playing middle linebacker, by the way.
He's playing
So
he's like a flex. He's not
like
even,
that-
I mean, he's playing more
outside.
in the middle. They were talking
They
about
don't
it
have
this
good
week.
linebackers. They have a good linebacker.
Since they moved Clay Matthews to the middle, their defense has been so much better this season because he's been wreaking havoc in the middle.
Yeah, when they move him outside, they move him all over. Like
They move him all over, but
I
he's
don't
been
know,
in the
like-
middle predominantly. He's been in the middle this year.
Like Green Bay, Denver, someone's gonna lose. So they're like whoever loses that game will be the
I
first.
think Denver
undefeated.
I
loses.
think Denver's gonna lose that
think
game.
Denver's
I
gonna
love
lose.
Denver, but
Cincinnati's still undefeated, right?
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah,
lose
they
this
might
week.
lose against Pittsburgh.
So
this
they'll
week
be
as
the
well.
first.
I think
they'll
they
play first.
Yeah, I think they have a chance because Big Ben might come
Big
back.
Ben is
but
He's
definitely
not
gonna
gonna
play.
be, but Big Ben is not gonna be Big Ben.
He will be as close
He'll
to
be
Big Ben
as close to Big Ben, and that
He'll
means,
be
and that
as
means
close
Antonio
to-
Brown's gonna
he-
have a big game. This
He'll be
year.
as close. He'll be as
What
close-
good is Big Ben if he can't move lateral? If he can't,
He'll
if he
be-
can't
he'll be
escape
in
the
that
pocket.
pocket.
He'll be closer.
If he can't escape the pocket.
He'll be closer to Big Ben than Landry Jones is closer to Big Ben.
Landry Jones shouldn't even be in the NFL right now.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
And he's better than Mike Vick right now.
Who?
Big Ben. Even no matter what Big Ben state Ben
I
is
thought
in.
you said Landry Jones. I'm like,
Oh,
stop.
no,
I'm like,
no,
stop
no,
it.
No. I would never say a blasphemy like that. All right, so we're gonna go over our picks for week 8 now.
Yeah, there's only 4 undefeated teams.
No, there's 5.
Oh, New England. I forgot New
Yeah,
England.
New England's playing right
They're
now.
playing right now.
Pretty
Right
sure they're
now.
winning. So
Yeah.
so they were up 19-0.
Yeah, so it's either gonna be Cincinnati or Denver that's gonna lose first. So
Actually, I'm
you're thinking Cincinnati pulls it off against Pittsburgh?
yeah, I
Denver
do.
loses?
Definitely.
No, I think Carolina might lose to Indianapolis.
Leave. Burn their jersey and leave.
I love Andy Dalton this year. He's been killing
Andrew
it.
Luck,
He's
man,
been
I just-
ripping it up this
Andrew
year.
Luck's gonna have a game. I just feel like it's
I
coming.
think
If you
Andrew Luck
think-
is gonna have a really good big game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could stop Greg Olsen,
Yeah,
then you
I-
basically could stop
I got-
Carolina.
and
And then
their
if you could
super
stop
running
Ted,
game.
I mean, but it's that defense that keeps them in games.
Their defense
pretty
is
much.
incredible. Like
Yeah,
Josh
their
Norman has
defense is
become a
pretty
shutdown
good.
guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Detroit, Kansas City, taking the Lions, but I don't know who shows up for this game. Like Kansas City has looked terrible, and then they've looked great last week.
Sharkhandrick West played a good game last week.
Spell his name.
Sharkhandrick West.
How you think you would?
Too many alphabets. It's CHAR.
Let's not spell on this.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what his name is. He just had a good game last week. He had a good name. We just put him. Yeah, abbreviated.
I'm taking the
name.
Lions. I'm taking the Lions. I don't believe in the Chiefs. I think their season's
I'm taking
over.
the Lions. Jim Bob Cooter.
Oh,
Jim Bob Cooters taking over the reins.
Best name in the NFL.
Yeah, he's taking over the reins.
Jim Bob
Offensive
Cooter.
coordinator. He's going to utilize more. We're going to see more Amir Abdullah in the offense. We're going to see more opening of.
Hopefully he hang on to the ball.
And then we're going to
Yeah.
see more of Calvin Johnson over the top. We're going to see more of Golden Tate. We're going to see
More Eric Reroad?
more passing, more yards in this offense
Because I think
that he's going to run.
the Lions have realized that they cannot run the ball.
Peyton Manning went out on a limb just to get this guy back in his corner as a quarterback coach with Denver.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Detroit like Kansas.
Yeah, I'm going with Detroit as well.
Okay, so Tampa Bay and
But wait,
Atlanta.
I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit lost either.
I'm taking Detroit, but I don't feel great about
Yeah,
it.
that one's pretty much a clunker. So
Tampa Bay and Atlanta. Atlanta wins easily.
I think Atlanta wins, but I think the Muscle Hamster has a really big game.
He does it. Dugginator.
The Dugginator, the
That's-
Muscle Hamster,
no,
whatever.
the
they call it.
Dugginator.
Like Mighty Mouse better.
Mighty
No,
Mouse,
the
it
Dug-
doesn't
he
matter
doesn't
what
like-
his name is.
He hates all those nicknames. He picked the Dugginator.
He's gonna have a big game against Atlanta. They've allowed a lot, like
Yeah.
10 rushing touchdowns so
And
far this year.
Devontae Freeman gonna have one too.
Devontae Freeman, yeah, he's gonna have a big game
This
as
is
well.
a big Julio Jones game in my
Yeah.
opinion. I don't think they have corners.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think they win by at least 2+ touchdowns.
Chargers and the Ravens. I'm taking the Chargers. Man, that offense for Phillip Rivers. Like I know they get off to they seem to have this thing where they like get off to a really slow start and then they just pour it on, and they come up just short.
Yeah,
Like-
Phillip Rivers is just ridiculous, man.
Like he threw, I think he had 30 fantasy points 2 weeks ago. He had 27 last week, and like Phillip Rivers has been like a whole nother level.
Who would you say has been the better of the two quarterbacks, him or Eli?
Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers,
Well,
right?
no, but
besides the
this is
postseason.
This is the thing. No, but like this conversation always gets so, and you got to put Big Ben in that conversation too. That's in the same draft class.
Yeah.
I know they didn't get traded for each other or anything of that nature, but Big Ben was in that same draft
Big
class.
Ben has been putting up some crazy numbers the last few years.
Yeah,
too.
but Phillip Rivers, if you
He's been doing it consistently.
if you take away his shortcomings in the playoffs, which has been a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like he
Not his fault though.
Yeah, no, dude, some of that's been his fault. Like I know, like the.
He's done some questionable picks.
Yeah, like he's got like Peyton Manning's career without the ring.
Yeah, he has a ton of yards.
How many? It's kind of like the same thing with Aaron Rodgers. Stop it. And the same thing with Phillip Rivers that Manning had early in his career. Like you couldn't get over the New England hump, and when they finally get over that hump, they win the Super Bowl. Granted, it was against Rex Grossman and the Bears.
Wait a minute. Phillip Rivers is not in like the beginning of his career. Like it's not all of a sudden going to become.
And
like
neither was Peyton Manning.
In 2006.
Neither
We're
was
talking
Peyton
about 2006. It's like 9 years ago.
It doesn't matter.
Phillip Rivers has been in the league since like what 03. He's been in 12 years in the league. He's been in the league 12 years.
He's only a couple years
and it
older
doesn't
than Tom
help
Brady.
that Denver just so happened to get better. Like a division team just got better when they acquired Peyton Manning. So it's like, well, damn, I can't get over this hurdle. Now you making me get over this hurdle? Like, well, damn, come on, man. Like I had a hard time winning the division before. Now I gotta.
The division, dude. Oh,
like
come
now
on,
I gotta.
That division has been theirs basically since the Raiders lost the Super Bowl. Like ever since then,
has been crappy.
The division has been terrible. Like until Peyton Manning got there. I mean, the Broncos were like.
Ago.
I mean, Jake Plummer was a nice player, and Jay
Kansas
Cutler was
City
there.
Came up a couple years ago.
But Kansas City was never really legitimate.
Right.
Like. And,
Tebow.
yeah, like dude, the Chargers, like there's no reason the Chargers shouldn't have walked through that division every single season and been in the playoffs and have been on a hunt for something legit. And like the fact that he hasn't won a Super Bowl is like kind of hurting his career.
Yeah, it is.
And when you talk about the other quarterbacks in that same draft, we talk about Ben Roethlisberger, who's got 2. I mean, the one he got basically because of Jerome Bettis, and the first and Eli Manning, he got super hot in the playoffs and just went on to win 2 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
And like, but Phillip Rivers has been, I guess, more productive throughout the course of his career. Him or Big Ben?
Him and Big Ben have been pretty good in the regular season, neck and neck. I would say.
But if Phillip Rivers,
I like all three.
And if Phillip Rivers gets a ring, I think he's a Hall of Famer.
I don't. I would take both of them over Eli in a heartbeat.
I would take both of them over Eli in a heartbeat as well.
Yeah, me too.
If I had to win a really big playoff game,
Big Ben.
No, I'm picking Eli.
Yeah, I'm taking Eli.
I'm taking Eli. If I had to win a
But
big
Eli
playoff
Manning,
game,
you also got the player
Eli.
factor in this with Eli Manning. Eli Manning's never missed a game in his career.
And that's pretty remarkable in
He's
itself.
never missed a game.
That's pretty, and
Big Ben, like we all talk this good stuff about Big Ben, but he's hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's no, like you always have like these nagging injuries with Big Ben.
He takes
every
a lot
season.
of hits.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, Phillip Rivers missed the whole
Plays.
season with the ACL or the Achilles, whatever he had going on.
Yeah, this guy Eli, man, he's like stone, man. Those Manning quarterbacks, man, they're hard to bring down.
They're durable.
They're durable, yeah, all 3 of them.
All right, well that was an unexpected turn.
Yeah.
Minnesota and Chicago. I'm gonna take the Bears.
The
but
Bears.
I don't feel great about it.
Sweet.
I don't feel
The
great about
Bears.
it. I mean, Arizona and Cleveland. If I was to pick a lock of the week, Arizona would be the lock of my week. I think Chris Johnson has a big game. I think Larry Fitzgerald has a big game. I think Michael Floyd has a big game.
You think everybody has a big game?
Everybody
on Arizona's gonna Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Mathieu, and all the whole crew's
everybody's gonna have a big day. Who's the starting quarterback for the Browns?
40-something point blowout.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think
close?
Cleveland plays enough good offense. I think this could be an upset of the week. Cleveland beating Arizona.
Nah.
I think that could be the upset of the week. I mean, what else? What other upsets are you looking at?
I'm
That's pretty much an upset.
Indiana and Carolina.
I
Colts.
mean,
Yeah.
I guess if you want to call it.
Man, if you like, I almost feel like Chuck Pagano.
He's fired.
He's fired after their bye week. He's fired.
I think his job.
No, he wouldn't do. They wouldn't. I
game.
don't think they would do that to him. I think.
But let's not get sidetracked right now. Arizona and Cleveland.
I'm going Cleveland, my upset of the week.
Arizona.
All right, Tennessee and Houston. This is the ultimate clunker matchup. Like,
this is besides Jacksonville.
Like,
and Houston
if you're living in a town where this game is being,
we're sorry. We are so sorry.
You are really upset.
The only for sure thing that's gonna happen in this game is that DeAndre Hopkins goes berserk against Tennessee.
I actually think Houston is going to get shut out of this game.
They just released Ryan Mallett because he missed the team flight due to traffic.
How
ridiculous is that?
If there is one player that you feel bad for, it is J.J. Watt.
Well, Arian Foster, man. His career wasn't
I
over.
don't feel bad for J.J. Watt. I feel bad for
bad
Andre Johnson. He had to play on those terrible Houston teams his whole career. Now he's at the end of his carear playing for Indianapolis, and
he still ain't winning.
Right, and
They're still winning
but
their division.
I now feel bad for J.J. Watt because it's like a player like that is too good to be.
They'll turn it around.
They'll be fine.
They'll turn it around.
If they
to be subjected to.
I think the Arian Foster era is over.
I agree too.
It's the Alfred Blue era now.
No,
unless you want to go get another running back.
I don't think he's a franchise running back. They're gonna have to draft.
But I mean,
somebody. Like I don't know. He's not a. I don't think.
I like Alfred Blue though.
He's not a franchise.
I like him
for the rest of the season in fantasy. If we're talking fantasy, I like him in fantasy. I think he'll have a lot of touches.
I think he gets.
And he'll get a lot
I think
of yards.
He gets close to 1,000 yards this year.
No.
In that offense,
No
yeah.
way. No way.
I think Alfred Blue could be.
No.
Yes, I think he's pretty explosive.
Who you got?
I'm gonna take the Titans, but I really don't care.
I got Houston. I think DeAndre Hopkins is gonna go up for a couple.
And I'm not making the pick because I don't care.
I think Houston wins this game.
I don't care.
Giants and the Saints. I'm taking the Giants. New Orleans doesn't have any defense. I know they played good last week, but that was I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going with the Giants as well.
Eli Manning's been.
I'm going with the Saints.
Did they play? Didn't they just play last week? Right, the Giants and Philly, right? Was it?
No,
yeah, that was
Dallas. They
played
Dallas.
Dallas. They played Dallas. Yeah.
I mean, like Matt Castle, like they don't lose. Like Matt Castle balled out.
I know.
Dude, he threw 3 picks, bro.
He still, but like
it's
his first game, and like that was
his balled out. Man, you are.
He balled out, throwing
his first. Like, that was his first.
No
wait,
wonder,
shut up!
No wonder you're a Bear fan.
Like that was his first.
When somebody throws 3 picks, they're balling.
No, that was his first game since when? When was the last time Matt Castle even played? And for him to come out and almost beat the Giants in New York. Come on, man. He threw 3 picks due to rust. Like, that's due to inactivity. Like, come on, man. If Eli's such this great quarterback that y'all rave about, how come he didn't pick apart like the Cowboys? How come he didn't pick them apart? How come he didn't pick them apart?
Basically one weapon.
How come he didn't pick them apart?
It's one receiver.
It doesn't matter.
Julian Randle, whatever it is,
Ruben
Randle can't get open. Odell Beckham's the only guy that could get open, and he's like double covered half the time.
Triple covered.
No,
dude, like, we'll get to when we talk about
Matt Castle had even less to work with.
When we talk about Dallas, we'll get there. I'm taking the Giants. Cincinnati and the Bengals. Bengals and the Steelers. I'm taking the Bungles.
I'm taking the Bengals.
Cincy. Sweep it.
All right.
Rocket.
San Fran and the Rams. I'm taking the Rams.
Are the Rams at
home? Taking the Rams. Yeah. Todd Gurley's going to go off.
Are the Rams at home?
I think so. I don't know for sure. I don't think it matters.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter because, like, St. Louis at home is like this different team. But Todd Gurley makes that much of a difference.
Todd Gurley,
150 yards.
I'm eating my words right now on Todd Gurley.
Easily.
Todd Gurley.
San Francisco they can't stop a fly.
San Francisco's been terrible since they won the first game of the season.
Yeah, they can't stop a fly.
They won the first game and they've been just downhill.
Stop a fly.
All right, the Jets in Oakland. I'm taking the Jets, and I do not think this game will be that close.
Ooh, I disagree.
I mean, out of all the matchups, this one intrigues me the most.
Oakland just put up so many points against San Diego, but they can't stop a fly either.
But the Jets have
Derek Carr looks
Revis
really well.
They have Antonio Cromartie. They have a big time defense, and no offense to Derek Carr, like he's not a future Hall of Famer or anything.
He's not Tom Brady.
He's not whatever.
But Amari Cooper's good enough.
He's not Tom Brady.
You got Michael Crabtree.
Revis.
I know this. We know this.
Amari Cooper is going to be on the island.
They know they have enough.
He's going to be on the island. He's going to be on the island.
I don't know.
Latavius Murray is not going to have a good game.
He's not going to even play. He's injured.
I want to see this.
I mean, but he might. No,
I'm
saying he may play though.
Okay, so he's still not 100%.
And if he does play, he's going to suck it up this week.
This is pretty much Oakland's offense versus the Jets' defense.
No, wait. Do the Jets have a good offense?
The Jets have an okay offense.
Their offense is so
underrated.
They have a good running game. They have 2 good receivers.
It depends on who they play.
But Oakland's defense is underrated.
It depends.
Oakland's defense is underrated.
They got Charles Woodson. That's like it.
Charles Woodson gonna get.
They got Khalil Mack.
Alden Smith.
You got Alden Smith and Khalil Mack.
I can't believe hasn't been suspended yet. Like, they're just like, he's on the Raiders.
Oh, they're pretty good on defense, man.
Derek Carr is gonna throw at least 2 picks, and Fitzpatrick's gonna throw at least 2 picks.
No, he won't.
Yes, he will.
No, he won't.
Fitzpatrick is definitely
He's been
throwing,
like playing
2
really
picks.
safe with the football. He hasn't made any
He's been
mistakes.
playing really safe with the football. He's gonna throw 2 picks.
He's a good game manager.
Because he's gonna throw the ball. And
He's from Harvard. He doesn't make mistakes.
I don't care.
He's very smart. He's from Harvard.
Jeremy Lin's from Harvard. He makes mistakes. But I don't.
Jeremy Lin.
But it's like he's gonna throw 2 picks because
his hair makes me smile.
Because he's gonna throw in there. He's gonna throw the ball. No, he's gonna. Fitzpatrick's like the beard, as you call him, is gonna throw 2 picks because he's gonna throw in an area where he doesn't think Charles Woodson is, and lo and behold, Charles Woodson is gonna be in that area and he's gonna pick it up.
Charles Woodson has done a lot of spying on quarterbacks this season.
Twice.
Yeah, well, he's a future Hall of Famer. All right, Seattle and the Dallas Cowboys. I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks.
It's not fair.
God,
Matt
it's not
Castle.
even-
And listen,
Close.
Matt Castle, I understand he was rusty, but when you say the man was balling when he threw 3 picks, dude, it's a disrespect to anybody who has ever been balling before. Like,
Okay. Let's say you're you're a quarterback and you haven't played a down the football in
I'm liking where the
forever.
story's
In
going.
like
Played in the
3 or 4
NFL.
years.
In 3 or 4 years. Thank
The
you,
last time he
Izzy.
played was in Kansas City.
No,
3 or 4
he started
years.
for Minnesota a couple times.
What doesn't matter.
A couple starts in the last
3 or
4 years.
It's
4
been like
years.
at one season. He
You get
definitely
thrown
started.
into-
He's definitely started in Minnesota last season.
Okay,
or the season before.
You get thrown into it wasn't the last season or the season before because they had Bridgewater last season.
It was the season before then.
Okay, so one season.
Doesn't like
One
okay.
season he was a starter.
Out of like one
Kansas
year
City.
1 year of inactivity is like a lifetime for athletes. You get thrown into the fire. No Dez.
Yep.
You only got Jason Witten to
Terrence
throw.
Williams.
You only get
Transfer inside of his game.
he's been inconsistent. Witten's I think
Injured.
he's hurt. You lose Randall on the first drive of the game.
Christian Michael this game.
You like
Darren McFadden.
Darren
Darren
too.
run like you lose
D-Max square.
like
Run
you lose
DMC.
like you
Run
lose
DMC.
Randall on the first play of the game. Cole Beasley can't get open for whatever reason. I don't know why. Like all he has to do is like weaving through. Like he's so little. All you gotta do is hit him.
All right.
But it's like, and you throw 3 picks. Like, and I'm pretty sure 2 of them weren't even like his fault.
Come on, dude.
I'm pretty sure
He
2.
wasn't-
I'm pretty sure 2 of those
Look,
picks hit.
Seattle's gonna win this
Dude,
game.
I'm pretty,
Matt
I'm pretty
Castle
sure
wasn't
2 of those
balling,
picks.
dude.
I'm pretty sure 2 of those picks hit his receivers in the hands, and they like dropped them, and like the Giants cornerbacks picked them off. So technically, like if you want to get technical, he threw 1 true interception, but the other 2 were balls that could have been caught and should have been caught, but they were tipped and went the other way.
Okay, well.
And he threw 3 interceptions and almost won the game. What more do you want?
I want him to not throw 3 interceptions.
TJ.
Like, game manage the game. Like, come on, you're Matt Castle.
Seattle's gonna win this game.
Seattle's going to win.
It's just like last year. They started off slow, and then now they're gonna start heating it up. Okay.
And they'll start.
I mean, like,
And
Jimmy,
and then
like,
we're gonna
I mean,
put them right back in the conversation of Super Bowl contenders.
I mean, if Jimmy,
Okay.
if they could give the ball to Jimmy Graham, like consistent.
That's the only thing they need to do.
Like,
I mean,
stop
like
blocking. He's not
like,
blocking.
Still a
I mean,
Marshawn
like
Lynch-laden
one
offense,
like
play
one week,
action type
like 1 week he
offense,
has
so
9
they can
catches for like 120 yards. The next week he has like 2
But
catches.
this is the thing, though, with Russell Wilson. He's a better deep ball thrower than like an intermediate passer.
Mhm.
He throws the deep ball so much better than like most of the
When
quarterbacks in the league. And then
he throws the deep ball better than people think he can throw.
and he throws the deep ball better than I would want to say at least 5 elite quarterbacks. I think he's probably on the outside looking in throwing the deep ball.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
Big
but intermediate
Ben,
throws. That's why they're not getting the ball to Jimmy
Big
Graham.
Ben, Big Ben, Joe Flacco,
Aaron Rodgers,
Aaron Rodgers.
Tom Brady throws
No.
better deep ball than
Nah, I like Russell Westbrook.
Russell Wilson's. I mean, just because it gets so much height on it.
Tom
and so
Brady
much
doesn't
arc.
he's never had the arm.
Yeah,
that-
so I go Seattle this game. Go Seattle.
Green Bay and Denver. I'm taking the Packers, but I
Going
don't like
Packers.
it. I
I'm going
hate,
Denver.
I hate everything about it, but I just
I'm
think
going Denver.
I think the Denver offense is light years behind where it needs to be right
You
now.
know, a reporter asked Eddie Lacy today about his weight
Weight?
issues. He was like, "Well, if the Packers don't think there's an issue, then I guess there's not an issue." And I'm like, dude, dude, you're gonna eat your way out the NFL, dude. Like he
looked bad.
I mean,
he's
they
looking
kinda
huge, dude.
I mean,
He's looking
like
like
they-
he should
they-
play
they-
linebacker instead of running back, bro. He
I
needs
mean,
to
like
lose
don't
some
get me wrong, like
pounds.
Jerome Bettis was big, but he wasn't this big.
Nah, he wasn't that. He wasn't that
Ron
looking
Dane.
sloppy big.
Ron
Like,
Dane.
yeah.
Nah, he's looking pretty bad, yo. Like he needs to. they either need to sit him out sit him out a couple games and like see
Big money.
See if he can lose like 10 pounds
Big
over
money.
the next couple
Because
weeks.
it's like
James, big money, Starks time.
Yeah, big money,
It's
big money. I like big money.
you said, like he might eat his way out of the league because it's like, what good are you like if you like get the ball like 2 reps in a row and then like, oh my god, hey,
I'm tired.
I'm tapping out.
That's exactly
out.
what he's been doing this year.
That's why
and
James
then
Starks
he's getting
is
hurt.
But James Starks is hurt right now. He's got like a hip thing.
Yeah, and then
so he might not play.
Eddie Lacy gets hurt a lot too, and that's due to
And you
not
guys
being
don't.
conditioned.
John Kuhn, like, who's your third running back? Do you guys have one? I know that one guy had to retire that you guys drafted from. I don't know you guys drafted another like a sprint back, a hatchback guy, real small.
He retired?
Yeah, he got concussions or something.
Oh.
I don't even know who's our third string running back. To be honest, you could throw Ty Montgomery back there as a running back. Actually,
No.
yeah, you can. He could play running back.
Man, put him back there running. He might get hurt.
Nah, he can play running back. He can play
Colts
running back.
Panthers. I'm taking the Colts as my upset of the week. I think
No.
Andrew Luck figures it out.
I think Carolina wins this game.
Easily. I ain't gonna
Not
say
easily. I would say
easily.
I would say it's gonna be like 14-21. It's gonna be a low scoring type of game.
Andrew Luck is gonna figure it out.
Andrew Luck's not gonna figure it out.
Cam is gonna
this
be
week.
super Cam.
And he's gonna get his coach fired.
Andrew
because
Luck is not gonna get his coach fired.
He's-
Andrew Luck is gonna figure it out.
He's gonna get his coach.
He's gonna remember.
fired
He's gonna
this
remember.
week, dude.
He's the best NFL prospect since Elway. He's gonna remember. He's gonna be like, I remember now.
And that's
I remember.
And that statement right there was
Right.
blasphemy in itself. What's your prediction for the week?
My prediction for the week. Well, I would say the short prediction is Ty Gurley getting like at least 150 yards against San Francisco. Did I predict Phillip Rivers was gonna go off last week, and I kind of came true on that one?
They didn't win the game.
They didn't win the game, so I guess my prediction doesn't
I don't
count.
even remember.
But
my
he did
prediction.
have a good game. I don't know. You're talking about
Yeah.
Marco Murray, I think.
You know what? I'll make 2 predictions. One really, certain one is going to be Todd Gurley getting like at least 150 yards against San Francisco, and the other one, Antonio Brown finally has a big game because Big Ben's back.
The Arizona Cardinals are going to have over 800 yards of total offense.
No, what? That's crazy.
400 yards passing, and they're going to have two guys go for 200 yards rushing. Chris Johnson and Andre Ellington.
Dude, that's crazy. Come on.
Come on.
Is this guy
Do you want
serious?
to make a
Really?
reasonable?
A reasonable
700 yards.
A reasonable-
700?
I'm gonna give you one more crack at this. Do you
No,
want to make
700 yards.
Do you
Dude,
wanna
you're
make a
talking about
reasonable projection?
You're talking about I know that
a
team's deep.
realistic?
I know that
projection?
team's deep, but I
700
mean,
yards.
You're,
I'll
you're
say
not
700.
even considering like
700 yards.
Green Bay or San Diego or even like New England to
Arizona,
get 700
their
yards.
offense
Arizona, really?
Because of the defense they're playing, I don't believe in the Cleveland Browns defense. They're running. They can't
How about
stop
Joe
the run.
Hayden?
Joe Hayden might not play. He hasn't played the last 2 weeks. I don't think.
I think he's gonna play
Tom
this
Brady
week though.
teams
I-
can't
But
even
either
get
way,
700 yards out.
either way, they're going to be putting up points and they're going to be scoring a lot, and they're going to have 700 yards of total offense.
That's crazy.
700 yards.
That's I would
Tom
say
Bra-
550, but
Tom Brady
700?
teams can't even put up 700 yards.
Right,
of
that's
total
crazy. Are you
offense.
talking about one of the greatest teams ever assembled? Couldn't even get that.
Arizona's
in the
going to do it.
game.
700 yards.
You're insane, dude. That's not gonna happen.
We'll see. It's bold predictions, so you're allowed to
Do
be
you want
bold.
to make another one?
No, that's the one I'm making.
That's it?
Yeah, it's 700 yards, Arizona
I got
Cardinals.
my 2 predictions.
You got
I'm
your
sticking
2?
with 'em.
700 yards, Arizona
All right,
Cardinals.
I'm with Izzy. I'm gonna have 2. Let me 700 yards.
That's insane.
What did you drink on homecoming weekend?
My
Let me get what you
gosh,
had.
That is insane.
Hmm.
700 yards.
That's gonna happen, dude. Come on. It'll be fun.
Combined, maybe.
No.
Combined
between the two teams.
Between the 2 teams.
No. they're gonna do it.
Not
You
freaking
watch.
700
You watch.
yards.
I'm with
one
you.
team.
I'm with you on the running back getting 150 yards, but I feel like Devontae Freeman is gonna get 150 yards. He gets close to that every time I say he's gonna get that.
He's pretty ridiculous.
Prediction 1, Devontae Freeman, 24 carries, 150, 2 touchdowns.
That's reasonable.
2 touchdowns. I don't know if he's made it 2, but
That's reasonable.
yeah, it's all right. It's not
Against
700
Tampa,
yards for the
that's
Arizona Cardinals.
reasonable. That's reasonable. Passing or rushing? Like receiving or rushing?
All purpose.
All purpose?
No, rushing.
Just rushing?
Just
Strictly rushing? Okay. Because he does come out the backfield.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I kind of want to make a Forte prediction, but
Speaking of Matt Forte, they're
She
talking
goes-
about trade rumors going to Denver. And
Denver.
if they could pull that off, wow. Denver's scary. Now you're talking about...
But the thing with that is Denver doesn't have the money to make that move. They'd
Yeah,
have to like. They'd
They
have to
trade a
like.
bunch of draft
They'd have
picks.
to like give us Von Miller to make the money work.
Yeah.
That's the only like.
I would
And
do
I don't-
that
but
if
I-
I
but I don't
was
see-
Denver.
But I don't see them giving up Von Miller.
If I was
I
Denver,
would give up Von Miller because look, you got DeMarcus Ware, Shane Ray. Who's the other guy that's a really good pass rusher that's on their team? They have like 3 or 4 or 5 good pass rushers.
It won't
there's no way
happen.
to do it.
It's not gonna happen.
I wouldn't trade.
How about
Von Miller.
T.J. Ward? What if you trade T.J. Ward and a couple
I
other
wouldn't-
draft picks?
nah, I
Still not enough money.
How about all types of future number 1 draft
Not
picks
enough
and
money.
cash
Because
considerations?
the thing with first round picks that they don't have monetary value, so you can't really trade them for anything because they don't have any value. The contracts have to match because like we're both over the cap. Like they're
And if-
over the cap. Like,
And the only way they get out of that cap or
Maybe they
match
could trade Latimer and Von Miller
won't work.
and maybe a couple first round
No,
picks.
they give us
for
like-
Matt Forte.
And if you think that the Denver Broncos are going to give up Von Miller for Matt Forte, you're kidding yourself. Like we're going to have to give up something else.
Like don't get me wrong, like Forte is good, but Forte is
Von
also 30.
Miller's
Forte
like,
is also 30 years old. and a running back.
not to mention Matt Forte is on a contract season, so he's going to be an expiring deal, so they have to re-sign him to more money. Von Miller, dude, is like a franchise-changing player. Like he is like a dynamic player that you don't
So is
see.
Matt Forte. He's a
but not at this
franchise-changing
point in his
player.
career.
Because according to everyone, once a running back turns 30 years old, they're on the downside. But for whatever reason that is. But
That's accurate.
That is
my prediction this week, along with Devontae Freeman, I think Forte gets 200 all-purpose yards.
That's yeah.
I think that'll happen
75 yards receiving and 125 yards rushing.
against Minnesota.
Yeah,
I mean, they
against
have an improved
Minnesota,
defense,
it's
but
pretty
Two
we'll see.
touchdowns, 1 rushing, 1 receiving.
And I could throw in another one. Adrian Peterson runs wild.
He might not play. He's been injured. He hasn't
Oh
practiced.
yeah, sickness. Yeah.
No, he's got something else going on.
There's
too.
something else besides
But-
He hasn't practiced all week.
And I could also say, how about Stephon Diggs?
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
He's been playing pretty good. Yeah, he could be a game changer. in that
The
game.
Bears are gonna it's gonna be a high scoring game between us and Minnesota. Like it's gonna be like 40 points apiece. I don't know. Defense is not gonna be played in Chicago this weekend. And that's it for the Triangle. Everybody, have a happy and safe Halloween. This is the Triangle. Peace out.